this little oak not rest against the spoon? A tiny brown souvenir from late July. I count the scratches on the timber top and watch the quiet window catch the sky. The porch light flickers in the cooling breeze, and summer packs her summer clothes away. The air turns crisp around the garden fence. The robins pack their songs and head down south. I turn the brass knob slowly on the stove. A taste of cinnamon upon my mouth. When autumn leaves roll down the gravel highway, I sweep the golden memories to the side. The old porch steps remember where we lingered before the winter curtain open wide. A woolen sweater keeps the draft from biting and leaves a tender trail of warmth behind. The sugar bowl has lost its painted lid, replaced by napkin squares and vintage thread. I watch the maple branch lean on the glass with crimson promises and hints of red. The afternoon shifts gently to the floor, an amber stripe that stretches long and deep. When autumn leaves roll down the gravel highway, I sweep the golden memories to the side. The old porch steps remember where we lingered before the winter curtain open wide. A woolen sweater keeps the draft from biting and leaves a tender trail of warmth behind. Four seasons dance across this kitchen floor, each calendar leaf turning soft and slow. I do not mind the coming of the frost, because I kept the blossom's inner glow. The acorn sits beside my teacup now. The yellow leaves drift slowly past the lane. Another year settles in its place, like quiet sunlight on the window pane.
The parlor stood completely still without a single sound to hear, until a sudden thought arrived and brought the autumn very near. Outside the window frame, the maples turn a heavy shade of red, while yellow leaves begin to cover every garden bed. A cool air trickles through the screen to sweep across the floor and carries back that quiet road 4 miles past Oakhaven store. The porch light flickers in the dusk. The squirrels gather pine cones tight. The geese fly high in long V shapes across the fading afternoon light. The wooden bridge across the creek is glistening with October frost, where summer days spent catching fish were never truly lost. A silver harvest moon climbs up above the sleepy county line, and autumn wraps the quiet hills in golden threads of pine. We walk that gravel trail together back when autumn first began. The old gray barn across the fence is leaning in the chilly breeze, and crows are calling from the tops of bare, majestic walnut trees. The chimney smoke begins to rise in thin white curls against the sky, as rustling corn stalks in the field watch all the hours drifting by. Now November waits just round the bend, with lantern light and grace, to paint the meadowlands in white and change the rhythm of this place. The wood stove crackles soft and warm, a kettle hums a steady tune, while shadows lengthen on the grass beneath the early afternoon. The wooden bridge across the creek is glistening with October frost, where summer days spent catching fish were never truly lost. A silver harvest moon climbs up above the sleepy county line, and autumn wraps the quiet hills in golden threads of pine. We walk that gravel trail together back when autumn first began. The evening settles on the porch, the cedar trees grow deep and blue. The quiet autumn night rolls in and leaves a peaceful view.
Pale honey glow slants down the brick wall where we wait. You pull your scarf up close and glance towards the gate. The September air turns cool beside the quiet street. You nod to me and ask if winter's early on its feet. I tell you autumn always lingers by the track. It takes a week before the summer turns its back. When yellow leaves drift down to pave the gravel lane, a quiet stranger knows the chill inside the rain. We watch the shadows stretch across the wooden floor and share a word before the train glides past the door. The golden hour fades into a dusty gray as gentle season changes wash the world away. You say you grew up where the maples always bleed red gold. I smile and mention how the river used to freeze up cold. A silver whistle blows somewhere beyond the pine. We check our pocket watches just to pass the time. When yellow leaves drift down to pave the gravel lane, A small brass thimble sits beside my tea. It rested on my grandmother's knee in '53. Outside the kitchen window, frost begins to form. The robins flew down south, where summer winds are warm. I count the amber leaves that fall upon the shed, and tuck a knitted cardigan beneath the bed. The old oak trees know just when it is time to rest. They drop their heavy leaves without a sad complaint. I watch the garden put itself to sleep tonight, in colors soft and delicate and faint. The autumn wind is sweeping through the valley down below. It shakes the final apples loose before the coming snow. I turn my rocking chair to face the wood stove's cheerful spark, and listen as the twilight quiet settles in the dark. The river slows its current as the chill comes taking hold, and nature gently wraps the hills in blankets made of gold. The afternoon is leaning toward a gentle gray. I watch the heavy squirrels gather seeds today. They store their little treasures deep inside the pine, while pale light fades along the wooden closed yard line. I take another sip and feel the quiet room, remembering July when red honeysuckle was in bloom. The autumn wind is sweeping through the valley down below. It shakes the final apples loose before the coming snow. I turn my rocking chair to face the wood stove's cheerful spark, and listen as the twilight quiet settles in the dark. The river slows its current as the chill comes taking hold. Nature gently wraps the hills in blankets made of gold. Spring will come again when winter finishes its long retreat, with blossoms bursting open down the sidewalk on our street. For every season holds a gentle song that time was meant to sing, and autumn brings a peacefulness that summer could not bring. The thimble glows beneath the table lamp so bright. The stars come out to watch the calm October night. I close my book and let the fire burn low, ready for the quiet, soft white snow. Stiff palm bristles scrape against wet pavement, an early broom clearing the fallen larch. You sit with your tea by the open window, watching September walk out of March. The chill in the alleyways turns us older, but we keep our coats on the wooden rack. I brought you the apples from Miller's garden and brought back the copper kettle you lacked. The breeze turns the wind vane to face the river. A robin settles on the garden wall. You pull up a chair as the sunlight shimmers, ready to listen to the song of autumn's call. Notice how the silver birches shed their heavy summer crowns, while late afternoon grows quiet in our sleepy little towns. We walked through the clover when the meadows were in bloom. Now pine needles gather near the threshold of your room, and time leaves a golden thread for every friend we keep. A dry oak leaf rattles across the sidewalk, pushed by the north wind coming off the hill. You point to the row of faded blue hydrangeas, standing so quiet by the windowsill. We counted 30 years of changing weather, from summer rains to frost upon the pane. You smile as you offer me half a biscuit, knowing the sunshine will return again. Spring gave us blossoms, July gave us berries, now November brings a sweater made of gray. We sit side by side as the evening darkens, finding good comfort in the words we say. Listen to the river water turning cool against the stone. No weaver of wool could match the colors earth has shown. We gathered the chestnuts in the shadow of the mill, while geese formed a quiet line above the western hill. And warmth lingers close enough to chase away the chill. The street sweeper moves down the distant avenue, leaving clean asphalt under moonlit blue. Put on your slippers, my dependable friend. Nature moves on, but our talks never end. Boiled Concord grapes and damp cedar float across the porch. Old Arthur sits beside the garden tools. He scrapes the autumn dirt from a wooden handle and listens as the afternoon cools. The crows are calling down near the timberline. He folds his wool sweater at the seam. The season turns without a single sound, like water running deep through a stream. The pumpkin vines have gone to gray. The north wind clears the dirt away. He stacks the hickory by the door, just like he did the year before. When November sweeps the clover from the gravel lane, Arthur checks the copper latch against the coming rain. He leaves a lantern glowing low to warm the yellow pine, while winter traces frosted lace along the garden line. Every leaf that drops tonight is tucked beneath the brush, and autumn steps aside to let the silent forest hush. He pours a glass of cider that he pressed last month, and watches how the swallows head down south. A silver thimble rests upon his window ledge, beside a pipe he holds inside his mouth. His boots are heavy with the garden mud, his hands are weathered like an oak tree bark. He knows which way the chilly breeze will blow, long before the hillside turns to dark. The wild geese fly in a crooked line above the hills of spruce and pine. He doesn't rush the setting sun, he knows when honest work is done. When November sweeps the clover from the gravel lane, Arthur checks the copper latch against the coming rain. He leaves a lantern glowing low to warm the yellow pine, while winter traces frosted lace along the garden line. Every leaf that drops tonight is tucked beneath the brush, and autumn steps aside to let the silent forest hush. The wood smoke rises slow above the shed. Arthur turns the light out for his bed. The frost takes hold upon the lane. Another year turns round again. Why does a robin sing to an empty porch? The chilly air calls for the parlor stove. A yellow leaf drifts down by the garden wall, and my mind wanders back through the pecan grove. The neighbor's tractor shuts down for the afternoon. I wonder if the swallows reached the southern pine. The northern wind turns cold again. Soft threads of memory start to spin. October paints the timberline in amber, gold, and rust. A steady leather work boots leave their imprint on the dust. The silver river carries off a season left behind, while soft nostalgic quiet settles gently in the mind. I watch the clouds drift over Miller's Ridge. The rusted iron pump handle rattles in the breeze. My tea turns cold while I count the wild geese flying south above the yellow walnut trees. A stray dog trots along the gravel lane. October paints the timberline in amber, across the lawn. Another quiet season coming on. The fence post stands against the chilly breeze, just drifting thoughts among the falling leaves. A sudden thought broke through the quiet room, just as the mantel clock ticked 5 o'clock. I saw the amber light across the floor and heard a robin on a granite rock. The valley sits in peaceful golden dusk, and summer packs its bags to move along. The crows are sitting on the pasture gate. A cool breeze wanders down from north of town. I pull my woolen cardigan up tight and watch the dried leaves floating softly down. Late September sweeps along a quiet ridge. Falling acorns rattle down old wooden stairs. Cold gust whistle under that aged covered bridge, leaving frost upon those wild red berry pears. The kitchen table holds a dish of plums. The shadow lengthens on the cedar wall. I watch a lone deer step into the grass and feel the tender coming of the fall. A memory of you comes drifting back before the last warm light begins to fade. The world moves slow when autumn takes the wheel and paints the riverbank in copper hues. We gather pine cones by the garden shed while evening changes gray into deep blues. The light retreats behind the highest pine. The air gets crisp, the driveway stretches long. I step inside and latch the heavy door and close the evening with a quiet song. Why does the river sound so loud tonight? It bends around the rocks without a sound of pain. The porch light catches a tiny moth in flight, and my mind wanders back to the April rain. I count 3 apples left on the bottom branch, while distant cattle wander on the neighbor's ranch. The air is turning sharp and sweet, drifting down this gravel street. A gentle breeze pulls at my sleeve. It's strange how easy seasons leave. The red barn settles under cool indigo sky, while wild geese gather where the cornfields lie dry. I fold my cotton sweater on the wooden swing seat and watch the golden maple shed its quiet defeat. Time moves slow when the garden turns brown, and the first soft frost settles on our town. The kitchen smells of cinnamon and clover tea. My thoughts drift off to shade we shared in June. An acorn drops from the old oak tree underneath the rising pale pumpkin moon. A squirrel buries something near the cellar door, and shadows stretch longer across the kitchen floor. The air is turning sharp and sweet, drifting down this gravel street. A gentle breeze pulls at my sleeve. It's strange how easy seasons leave. The red barn settles under cool indigo sky, while wild geese gather where the cornfields lie dry. I fold my cotton sweater on the wooden swing seat and watch the golden maple shed its quiet defeat. Time moves slow when the garden turns brown, and the first soft frost settles on our town. First came the honeysuckle, then the golden grain. Now dry leaves rustle all along the lane. My thoughts float softly through the quiet house, as silent as a tiny meadow mouse. The lamp shines warm through the window pane. No answer comes, but the woods remain. Just the wind and the water, steady and slow, where the wild green went, nobody needs to know. This solid mahogany seat sinks deep, holding 82 winters of quiet and sleep. Outside the tall window, the sycamores lean, trading their rust for a flicker of green. I write to you, boy, with the dirt on your boots, rushing through May with no thought for the roots. Take a slow breath while the yellow finch sings. Life isn't measured by how fast it flies on its wings. You thought every frost was the end of the line, fearing the autumn would ruin the pine. But look at the orchard, how softly it bends, learning that every cold season just mends. Don't buy 2 coats when the October storm blows. The river still flows where the wild aster grows. You'll survive every blizzard that darkens the hill, and sit in this parlor when evening is still, knowing the garden turns through the rain, sweeter and wiser for keeping its pain. Remember the August you cried by the creek, thinking the dry spell made farm country weak. The mud hardened gray and the corn stalks turned brown, while you walked in circles through dark side of town. If you only knew how the September rain falls, washing the dust off the red barnyard walls. You thought every frost was the end of the line, fearing the autumn would ruin the pine. But look at the orchard, how softly it bends, learning that every cold season just mends. Don't buy two coats when the October storm blows. The river still flows where the wild aster grows. You'll survive every blizzard that darkens the hill, and sit in this parlor when evening is still, knowing the garden returns through the rain, sweeter and wiser for keeping its pain. The wood of this rocking chair knows where I've been. It bore every weight from 18 to now. Spring never forgets how to bloom in the glade, and shadows are only where sunshine was made. So put down your shovel, young man, rest your feet. The clover is coming, the summer is sweet. The chair holds me safely, the dusk turns to gold. It's lovely out here when you finally grow old. Copper radiance washes over the wooden park bench, spilling warm ochre across the cool autumn air. An old man with a wool hat moves his folded paper and asks me if the light always looks so fair. I tell him November brings a different kind of yellow, a softer glow before the branches all turn bare. He smiles and nods his head against the breeze, watching golden leaves fall from the maple trees. A stranger shares his coffee while the shadows start to grow. We talk of early frost and where the wild geese go, how October keeps a promise that the summer couldn't hold, and how a quiet hour turns a gray afternoon to gold. Amber slant of afternoon settles on his coat sleeve, lighting up a patch of tweed worn thin by the years. He says he moved down south when he was 27, but came back to the valley just to feel winter near. Nature has a way of calling wanderers back home, to see the birch trees turning bright before the snow appears. He turns his mug between two weathered hands, listening to the wind across the open lands. A stranger shares his coffee while the shadows start to grow. We talk of early frost and where the wild geese go, how October keeps a promise that the summer couldn't hold, and how a quiet hour a gray afternoon to go. The color of the daylight fades to lavender and plum. We count the passing sparrows till the evening bus will come. No names were ever spoken on this quiet wooden seat, just two old hearts enjoying where the sun and season meet. The bus approaches slow with yellow lamps burning bright. He bids me a good evening in the soft falling light. The copper turns to blue upon the hillside lane. We watch the season change through the window pane.
Thick-ribbed corduroy catches on my thumb as I pull this jacket down and the memories come. It still smells like dried pine needles from 30 years ago, back when November brought the very first silent snow. We walked down to the orchard near the old rusted gate, laughing at the crows because the harvest came late. The cold glass window shows the garden turning gray, but touching this sleeve washes 40 years away. I can hear your boots crunching on the frozen weeds, plucking red berries for the winter bird feeds. You buttoned up the collar when the north wind blew, shaking off the birch bark that had fallen over you. Then we stood together where the river bend dried, watching red maples tumble down the mountainside. That simple autumn afternoon remains locked in my mind, the sweetest little season that we left behind. The hem is slightly frayed where the brambles pulled a thread, right beside the pocket where you kept a slice of bread. You tossed the crust to sparrows by the cedar fence post, saying simple autumns are the ones we love the most. Now the geese are flying south in a long dotted line, crossing over treetops made of hemlock and pine. Nature keeps its calendar without making a sound, turning every green leaf into carpet on the ground. I fold the heavy sleeve and put the jacket on the chair. The porch light flickers gently in the chilly evening air. Winter is coming early, but my heart is warm inside, remembering the valley where the maples used to hide.
Two dry cinnamon sticks sit crossed together beside my chipped white cup from '54. The November wind is pushing through the heather and creeping past the draft beneath the door. I watch the red oak leaves turn brown and fall while tea steams softly on the wooden wall. The year is leaning toward its quiet bed, and every tree is shaking off its crown. I hold the memories inside my head and let the busy summer settle glows like tin, and warmth stays right where love has always been. The forest sleeps until the robin sings, and winter brings its own gentle things. I touch the rough bark of the birch outside, where squirrel tracks go winding through the snow. The days grow short and shadows stretch out wide, but there is nowhere else I would rather go. A flock of geese flies south against the gray and carries all my old regrets away. The year is leaning toward its quiet bed, and every tree is shaking off its crown. I hold the memories inside my head and let the busy summer settle down. When autumn packs its trunk and leaves the hill, I count the little gifts the earth leaves still. The frost upon the fence post glows like tin, and warmth stays right where love has always been. The forest sleeps until the robin sings, and winter brings its own gentle things. The clock keeps ticking in the corner space, and snowfall covers up the garden lane. There is a sweet comfort in this quiet place, watching the ice patterns bloom on the pane. When autumn packs its trunk and leaves the hill, I count the little gifts the earth leaves still. The frost upon the fence post glows like tin, and warmth stays right where love has always been. The forest sleeps until the robin sings, and winter brings its own gentle things. Two cinnamon sticks in the quiet light, the winter sky is growing pale and white. The hearth is warm, the night is coming near, and I am happy simply staying here. You mentioned yesterday the birch was leaning, and now I see the yellow bark peeling slow. A single robin hop steps across the garden, leaving tiny three-toed tracks in dirt below. The porch screen rattles once when autumn whispers, and two dry acorns roll against the stone. The afternoon turns quiet in the arbor, shadows stretch across the gravel track. I gather up the scattered garden gloves and feel the gentle chill behind my back. When seasons shift their weight along the valley, the silver maples drop a heavy crown, while winter pulls a coat across the meadow. We watch the quiet yellow drift on down and count the simple changes all around. You noticed yesterday the moss was darker along the north side of the woodshed wall. The pumpkin sitting by the kitchen step rail has caught a bit of frost before the fall. red fox trots along the briar fence line, then disappears where golden tall grass sways. The evening light turns amber on the window. A wood smoke curl drifts upward through the air. I pull my wool cardigan a little tighter and sit right down beside your rocking chair. When seasons shift their weight along the valley, the silver maples drop a heavy crown, while winter pulls a coat across the meadow. We watch the quiet yellow drift on down and count the simple changes all around. The wool sweater from the chest smells sweet like cedar. The old barometer has dropped a notch or two. Each tiny note that nature writes in August becomes a November tune for me and you. When seasons shift their weight along the valley, the silver maples drop a heavy crown, while winter pulls a coat across the meadow. We watch the quiet yellow drift on down and count the simple changes all around. The dusk settles soft upon the porch step. A distant crow calls out its final phrase. We watch the last yellow leaf fall down and hold the warmth of gentle, quiet days. Painted red 12 on the kitchen dial ticks past the hour, and I close my eyes to see the years ahead. I picture us sitting right here on the porch by the flower, with a soft woolen blanket of yellow and blue on the bed. The summer will fade into gold, but I see us in June, just rocking along to the slow rhythm of afternoon. The seasons keep turning as steady as time, and tomorrow will bring us a steeper climb. But I see the sweet cherry blossom in bloom. We will sit on the steps when the clover turns green, watching robins fly down to the meadow between, and the breeze from the river will carry the sound of the apples that fall on the newly cut ground, while we hold hands tightly and watch the skies clear, knowing love only grows with each passing year. The autumn will come with its quiet and frosty white cover, and the snow on the roof will linger till early in March. I imagine us smiling and laughing like young brand new lovers as the green shoots return to the old wooden arch. There is comfort in knowing the wild geese will always fly back to the lake where the willows lean over the track. The seasons keep turning steady as time, and tomorrow will bring us a steeper climb. clover turns green, watching robins fly down to the meadow between. And the breeze from the river will carry the sound of the apples that fall on the newly cut ground, while we hold hands tightly and watch the skies clear, knowing love only grows with each passing year. Years from today, when the frost leaves the lawn, we will listen to sparrows that sing at the dawn. The old cherry tree will be bigger and tall, and we will still love every leaf as they fall. We will sit on the steps when the clover turns green, watching robins fly down to the meadow between. And the breeze from the river will carry the sound of the apples that fall on the newly cut ground, while we hold hands tightly and watch the skies clear, knowing love only grows with each passing year. The clock ticks along on the wall by the door. The future is sweet, and I ask for no more. When May rolls around, we will be standing right here. Yes, May rolls around, and we will be right here. Beside my kitchen counter, watching the haze clear from the sky. The autumn chill is settling in, and yellow leaves begin to fly. We pour 2 cups of chicory tea to keep our knuckles warm today. You pointed out the maple road that slowly fades from green to gray. The summer packed its heavy trunks and slipped behind the hill. A sudden breeze brings orchard scents across the windowsill. The river turns a deeper shade of blue against the reed, and all the simple garden plots are going down to seed. Remember how we walked in August beside the creek when days were long? The crickets sang in every shadow, a sweet and lazy afternoon song. Now you wrap your woolen cardigan and wonder where the time has gone. The season moves without a hurry, it changes everywhere we look. You mark the days in pencil lines inside your worn leather book. We'll watch the oak trees drop their crowns beside the muddy little brook. Pull up your chair near the radiator. The street is quiet once again. Look how the autumn claims the town. My dearest, oldest best friend. Total hush lay over the front room. The pendulum stood still against the wall. Then out of nowhere came a sudden thought of how the sycamores look in the fall. Out beyond the dusty window pane, dry leaves lie waiting for the evening rain. A chilly draft slips underneath the door, and shadow patterns stretch across the floor. High above the orchard where the robins nest, warm light settles gently on the mountain crest. Cool evening air brings promises of frost. Tonight painting the silent meadow in an amber light. Red maples stand beside the old stone fence, giving the quiet valley a peaceful sense. Gray clouds gather slowly on the ridge. A lone crow rests upon the wooden bridge. The scent of pine needles fills the chilly air as nature changes coat without a care. The stream runs clear over the river stones, while winter winds begin their hollow tones. The garden beds lie tucked in brown and gray to wait for spring that seems so far away. High above the orchard where the robins nest, warm light settles gently on the mountain crest. Cool evening air brings promises of frost. Tonight painting the silent meadow in an amber light. Red maples stand beside the old stone fence, giving the quiet valley a peaceful sense. Time keeps moving like a quiet train through summer heat and heavy autumn rain. The earth remembers how to sleep and wake. For every lovely leaf the branches shake. High above the orchard where the robins nest, warm light settles gently on the mountain crest. Cool evening air brings promises of frost. Tonight painting the silent meadow in an amber light. Red maples stand beside the old stone fence, giving the quiet valley a peaceful sense. The twilight deepens in the valley below. The wood smoke rises soft and slow. The night comes down on field and stream and wraps the world in a quiet dream. Heavy oak legs grown underneath me, a grand old sea that knows my years. I sit and watch the autumn willow and wipe away some quiet tears. Young lad of 20, run and hurry, chasing the wind through April grain. You always thought the frost came early and feared the cold November rain. Look at the river slow its stride, where silver moss coats every stone. You spent your youth in hurried pride and never felt the quiet known. Don't walk so fast past the sycamore tree. The green leaves turn gold while you're looking away. The robins will fly and the apples drop free. So lean on the fence post and welcome today. The winter brings snow, but the fires stay bright. And age is a warm room at 8 every night. This heavy chair holds all my stories. It creaks a bit when evening falls. I wish that I could send a postcard back to those sunny high school halls to tell you that the snow is gentle, the sumac berries ripen red, and all the wild birds you were chasing will land right here upon the shed. You worried if the summer corn would grow. You worried if the creek would freeze too deep. The seasons have a cadence slow and true, a promise that the sleeping earth will keep. Don't walk so fast past the sycamore tree. The green leaves turn gold while you're looking away. The robins will fly and the apples drop free. So lean on the fence post and welcome today. The winter brings snow, but the fires stay bright. And age is a warm room at 8 every night. The heavy chair settles into the floor. The stars take their place over the bay. Dear younger self, worry no more. The sycamore leaf fell right where it lay. Marigold light drips down the granite steps as afternoon slants toward the coming cold. An elderly gentleman turns around and nods, adjusting his scarf against the autumn wind. He points a dry thumb toward the yellow hill and asks if I think the frost will come tonight. I tell him the robin left a week ago. The sky has turned a quiet shade of slate. He chuckles as he leans upon his walking cane, recalling how his garden used to bloom so late. When November settles slow upon the town, every golden leaf must take its turn to fall. We share a simple bench until the shadows grow, and find a quiet comfort in the season's call. A stranger's gentle voice can make a chilly air feel warmer than a hearth beside a rocking chair. His wife once loved the sugar pines, how October always smelled of apple skin. I watch a single acorn tumble to the dirt before before the evening clouds begin to gather in. We sit side by side without a hurry left, two travelers watching how the world turns slow. Nature never asks us for a grand return, it simply changes dress and lets the summer sleep. And sitting with a friend I met 10 minutes back is somehow just the kind of memory I keep. The bus turns the corner with its yellow lamps. He tips his woolen cap and steps into the street. The last amber glow yields softly to the dusk, until another spring, when quiet strangers meet. A tarnished gold 4 on the wooden clock face ticks softly while wind through the garden rustles low. I close my eyes and I imagine us right here, sitting on this porch when 20 summers go. Your hair will be white like the winter milkweed bloom, and I will still pour tea inside this cozy room. The autumn will roll in with leaves of copper red, stripping down the heavy branches on the hill. We will wrap one thick woolen blanket on our knees, listening as the sleepy valley turns so still. When 30 frost nights turn the mountainside to glass, we shall watch the wild geese drifting slow above the grass, holding hands tightly while the gentle pine trees bend, knowing every changing season brings a quiet friend. Then spring will crawl back to the edges of the yard, melting every ice patch on the garden floor. You will lean your head against my shoulder in the sun, just like we were young beside the orchard door. Years will keep turning like the water in the stream, flowing down the rocky bed to wake us from our dreams. Snow will fall on cedar posts and spring will green the lawn. We will share the beauty long after youth is gone. When 30 frost nights turn the mountainside to glass, we shall watch the wild geese drifting slow above the grass, holding hands tightly while the gentle pine trees bend, knowing every changing season brings a quiet friend. A tarnished gold 4 keeps counting up the hours, waiting for another spring of yellow meadow flowers. We will still be sitting here to watch the swallows fly, keeping every promise made beneath the open sky. said last evening that the robins had gone, leaving empty nests along the garden wall. Now a dusty squirrel buries acorns near the lawn, and the pine cones start their quiet autumn fall. A single red leaf floats upon the rain bucket brim, while the cold air settles on the windowsill rim. The wool sweater hangs behind the pantry door, and shadow lines stretch longer across the wooden floor. October weaves a golden thread through every passing day, while silver mist upon the grass melts slowly all away. We stack the birch wood by the stove before the sky turns gray, and watch the quiet changes as the season finds its way. The neighbor's yellow cat sits high upon the fence, watching dried up dandelion seeds blow past the shed. The marigolds are withered now, their perfume growing dense, and the ivy turns from emerald into rusty red. The porch light flickers early as the twilight grows long, and crickets sing their final slow September song. October weaves a golden thread through every passing day, while silver mist upon the grass melts slowly all away. We stack the birch wood by the stove before the sky turns gray, and watch the quiet changes as the season finds its way. A row of glass jars sits along the kitchen shelf, each filled with summer jam we harvested ourselves. The frost will touch the window pane before the week is through, and every little sign reminds me how I cherish you. The oak branches bend beneath the evening breeze, the last garden pumpkin rests among the fallen leaves. We close the porch shutter against the chilly night, and settle down together in the lantern light. A blue glass marble rests beside my saucer today. It rolled out from a kitchen drawer when August went away. The river down at Miller's Creek is shallow now and slow, and all the cattails by the bank have turned to winter tow. I hear the crows call from the pine. The frost is coming down the line. The maple leaves are falling thick upon the gravel lane. I watch the geese fly south in lines across the window pane. The wood stove needs a split of oak before the day grows late, and autumn turns the pasture weeds to rust along the gate. My father bought this marble back in 1954. We used to bowl them on the porch and count the wooden floor. Now October chills the glass beneath my thumb and hand, while golden light drifts sideways The shadow reaches for the shed. The garden lies in dusty red. The maple leaves are falling thick upon the gravel lane. I watch the geese fly south in lines across the window pane. The wood stove needs a split of oak before the day grows late, and autumn turns the pasture weeds to rust along the gate. The summers come and go like water running through a screen. First the blossom and the fruit, and then the dark evergreen. I pull my wool cardigan tied around my shoulders here, glad for another quiet turning of another year. The marble sits beside my tea. The woods are resting quietly. Another autumn comes to stay. The daylight softly fades away. Stillness held the kitchen like glass. Then a sudden memory stirred the dark. I remembered how the swallows pass, leaving shadows on the apple bark. Outside the lane is turning brown. The north wind pulls the maple down. The porch light flickers in the autumn chill. The pump handle rests against the stone. A dusty mist settles on the hill where dried goldenrod stands alone. The oak tree drops its heavy crown upon the mossy ground, while frost begins to trace the wire where cattle fences bound. We stack the cedar logs in rows before the sky turned gray, and carried home the pumpkin vines to sweep the year away. The screen door rattles on its latch. A cold rain taps the cellar door. Beyond the dried up berry patch, the river rolls a little more. I pull my collar high and tight and watch the dark replace the light. Old tin buckets gather falling seeds as shadows stretch across the garden bed. The winter teaches what a heart still needs when summer colors fade from red. The oak tree drops its heavy crown upon the mossy ground, while frost begins to trace the wire where cattle fences bound. We stacked the cedar logs in rows before the sky turned gray, and carried home the pumpkin vines to sweep the year away. Charlotte's left on the counterboard, a quiet house and firewood stored. The cold comes creeping down the lane, and autumn settles on the glass pane. 42 pounds of dark walnut pressed down into the floorboards you polished in May. I sit here listening to late autumn sound, while 25 years gently blow far away. You ran through the orchard with dust on your knees, afraid that the summer would leave you behind. Now sitting right here in the shadow of trees, I wish I could lend you my quiet of mind. The maple leaves turn when the calendar calls. No amount of your pacing will hasten the rainfall. Young man in the meadow with grease on your sleeves, the frost takes the garden no matter your care. The yellow goose flies when the cold wind retrieves the quiet green shadows we both used to share. So sit by the river and put down the rake. The winter will give back the peace you should take. Remember the April you worried so much, when hail hit the apples and broke every stem. You thought every branch was destroyed by your touch, but look at the orchard, full red once again. The seasons don't ask for permission to turn, they carry their mercy without any noise. It took 40 winters for both us to learn the simple devotion that patience enjoys. The winter will come and the river will freeze. No amount of your hurry will quiet the breeze. A young man in the meadow with grease on your sleeves, the frost takes the garden no matter your care. The yellow goose flies when the cold wind retrieves the quiet green shadows we both used to share. So sit by the river and put down the rake. The winter will give back the peace you should take. I send you this song across 30-yard springs, from a porch where the swallows build a nest in the pine. You thought every storm was the damage it brings. I see every storm was just water and time. Young man in the meadow with grease on your sleeves, the frost takes the garden no matter your care. The yellow goose flies when the cold wind retrieves the quiet green shadows we both used to share. So sit by the river and put down the rake. The winter will give back the peace you should take. Put down the heavy rake. The maple neighbors are doing just fine. Listen to the evening breeze. Everything turns in its time. Coarse yellow gingham scrapes my thumb tonight. A forgotten apron tucked behind the door. Suddenly the years fall back like autumn leaves, scattering across the polished kitchen floor. I can hear the cicadas in the August heat, and the dry prairie grass against our feet. The air turned cool when evening came around. We watched the orchard cast its shade upon the ground. You pulled the golden apples down and placed them in my lap, while winter waited quietly beyond the mountain gap. We laughed until the shadow stretched across the clover lane, and promised that we'd linger here before the harvest rain. Faded blue denim folded in the cedar chest holds the scent of rain from 50 years ago. Walking through the meadow where the swallows nest, watching how the river makes the rushes glow. Every little breeze recalls a quiet spring, when the old wooden church bell used to ring. The light would drift through branches soft and slow, and hold us in the place where wild berries grow. You pulled the golden apples down and placed them in my lap, while winter waited quietly beyond the mountain gap. We laughed until the shadow stretched across the clover lane, and promised that we'd linger here before the harvest rain. Time moves along like a slow rolling stream, taking the seasons and leaving a dream. Yet standing right here with this cloth in my hand, I am back in that green summer land. The light goes down behind the timberline. A gentle breeze comes drifting through the pine. I fold the gingham neat and lay it down to rest. The sweet old memories kept inside my chest. A wooden broom sweeps the concrete curb outside your porch. The heavy bristles scrape the dust away. You lean your elbows on the window ledge and watch the hour turn. The autumn air feels cooler than yesterday. You pull your wool cardigan close around your shoulders. too fast. The maple in the yard is dropping gold upon the stone. We sit together watching how the quiet light has grown. Leave the kitchen window cracked open to the breeze. The gentle year is turning through the tall oak trees. We can pour a warm cup and talk about the past, watching gold pine needles floating down at last, sitting by the sill until the shadows grow long. A neighbor's rake scrapes against the gravel driveway now. The sound comes floating clear across the lane. You fill 2 mugs with cider from the heavy enamel pot and say you hope we get a little evening rain. The swallows left their nests beneath the eaves a week ago to find a warmer country further south. The afternoon is softly leaning back against the fence, and every little memory makes a kind of gentle sense. Leave the kitchen window cracked open to the breeze. The gentle year is turning through the tall oak trees. We can pour a warm cup and talk about the past, watching gold pine needles floating down at last, sitting by the sill until the shadows grow long. We watched the spring blossom and we saw the berries grow. Now November sits waiting just a mile down the road. You do not have to hurry when the afternoon is clear. The earth knows how to sing its oldest song right here. The street gets quiet as the sun drops down the hill. Your cider's getting lukewarm on the windowsill. We will stay right here till the colors turn to gray, watching another sweet season slip away. The brass plate at 7 on the parlor clock catches the twilight while pendulums rock. I close my eyes and imagine the day 30 years later when our hair turns gray. We will sit outside while the cool breezes blow, watching red maple leaves starting to show. The air will grow crisp in the late afternoon while crickets play softly a slow summer tune. I can see us both wrapping a wool blanket tight, greeting the season in pure golden light. We will watch yellow leaves cover the lawn. After the gentle chill of August is gone, I will pour sweet cider in your favorite cup, holding your hand till the bright stars line up. Nature will dance in her autumn red gown as quiet contentment settles over the town. The old wooden porch will be weathered and sweet, with dry fallen acorns right down at our feet. You will laugh at the squirrels collecting their store, just like we watched them so many years before. The wild geese above us fly south for the year, finding full peace in the quiet right here. Time moves along like a slow winding stream, carrying forward this peaceful old dream. Every new season brings beauty anew, and every bright tomorrow belongs to me and you. We will watch yellow leaves cover the lawn. After the gentle chill of August is gone, I will pour sweet cider in your favorite cup, holding your hand till the bright stars line up. Nature will dance in her autumn red gown as quiet contentment settles over the town. The clock ticks along on the parlor wall, waiting for days when the pine cones fall. Hand in hand in the clear evening air, living the sweet future moment we share. Damp chimney smoke and dried marigolds fill the crisp afternoon on the brow of the hill. Old Arthur steps out in his knitted cardigan to rake up the leaves that have fallen again. The porch light flickers as daylight grows late, and maple leaves gather along the iron gate. He checks on the wood pile stacked high by the shed, where frost leaves a blanket of shimmering thread. The chill in the twilight is turning his hand as November comes walking across his backland. He fills up his basket with winter ripe pears, then walks down the dirt road to wash off his cares. For Mrs. Gable is waiting beside her warm door to bake up a sweet pie and sit on the floor. They listen to wind whistling over the hill, while autumn grows quiet and winter stands still. The summer was bright with the yellow sunflowers. They sat on the porch through the long Sunday hours. Now swallows fly south toward a warmer blue sky, and geese overhead send a trailing goodbye. Old Arthur just smiles as he buttons his coat, a song of the seasons tucked deep in his throat. The years circle round like the rings on an oak, from green springtime buds to the gray winter smoke. Every season brings comfort to those who remain, finding joy in the snow and peace in the rain. The porch lamp is bright on the old dusty road, 2 cups of warm tea as the evening turned cold. He closes the curtain and settles inside.